Hey, what's going on, you guys? Today we're gonna have a fun topic, a topic that's very controversy. Today we're gonna be talking about why I choose Canon over Sony. This is my Canon EOS R5, and I've been using a lot of Canon cameras, and I think this might be the perfect camera for me. The reason why I chose this Canon R5 over any of the Sony cameras is because one, it is the true hybrid camera. Now I know that there's a Sony a7 IV and all the a7 series that is also a hybrid camera, but the thing is that for hybrid shooters, you need a flip out screen. For example, what I'm doing right now, I actually have two monitors in front of me. That's how important a flip out screen is. You can use an external monitor like the Ninja 5, but you're not always carrying that around, which means you're not gonna always have that flip out screen. So to have it on the camera, it is a game changer. So have it flip out and seeing yourself, compose yourself. It works perfectly, and I think if you're a true hybrid camera, you're gonna need something like that, especially if you're in front of the camera. That's only the video aspect of it. If we're just talking about photos, it's great if you wanna take a photo of yourself. To be able to see yourself and frame yourself and then take a photo, it's so amazing. So all you have to do is just use the remote to snap that shot. If you didn't have it, I don't know what you would do. Randomly guess, frame the shot and run in there. But to be able to see yourself is just so much easier. Now, if you're just a photographer and you're not a videographer, then that's a different case. But for this case, we're talking about hybrid shooting. It doesn't have the best video compared to Sony, like the Sony a7S III doesn't have a record limit. And then you also now have the Sony a1, which is a beast of a camera. But those camera, like I said, the Sony a7S III has a flip out screen, which you guys can argue it has everything you need, but it doesn't have the photo side of it. This has 45 megapixels. The other one has 12 megapixels. So can you really call it a hybrid camera? I mean, yes, you can shoot 12 megapixel and it's fine, but anything is fine. Like this video is fine, you know? That camera doesn't have 45 megapixels. And when you're really shooting landscape and things like that, you're gonna need and want that 45 megapixels. So when you can zoom in and crop, just like how people who shoot Sony says the A1 is amazing because it has 50 megapixels. That's exactly the same reason. 45 megapixels all in one camera. The Sony A1 is amazing, but it doesn't have that flip out screen. We'll get back to the Sony A1 later. Now enough about the hybrid and the flip out screen. The second thing I want to say is that this camera fits perfectly in the hands. Okay, I know that word is overrated, and I know a lot of people are like, stop saying that, but it matters. When you're holding this thing all day, or you're going on a shoot, or you're just walking around the city doing street photography, having something that just feels so good in the hand and doesn't feel like you're about to drop it, or if anybody walks by and accidentally hit your hand, that you're gonna drop your camera. The grip on this, like I'm gripping it extremely hard because it's made so well. And if I'm tired with holding my right hand, I can hold it with my left hand because the vertical grip is just that amazing. It is a must buy if you have the R5. The battery life now lasts forever because there are two batteries in here. And when I'm holding it, it doesn't drop because when you're locking it, it actually has a quick lock on it. Not like a quick locking mechanism on like a tripod, but when you're pressing it, you can feel that extra grip that feels like it lock it. So it's not going anywhere, and I think it's better with the vertical grip, and it looks great. It looks like the R3 or even the 1DX Mark II, 3, you know, the whole line looks great. Sometimes when I'm holding a Sony camera, it just feels, even in my hand, I don't even have gigantic hands, but it just feels like it doesn't have the perfect grip, and they're improving on it, and I get it, and I get the fact that it's a smaller camera, so it will, you know, less things you can do with it. This is a little bit subjective because some people like Sony's color, especially the new colors that they have in their newer cameras versus Canon colors, because Canon colors are a little bit more on the warmer side. So I'm not gonna touch too much base on that, but straight out of the camera, this looks nicer. Without editing, without anything else. You're just gonna shoot and post. Winner! It has great button layout. I know that Sony has so many customization buttons, and sometimes that can be a plus, but sometimes that can be a negative. There's just so many buttons on there that you're probably not gonna customize everything and remember everything. Some people might not need anything. And when you're handing your camera to someone else to shoot a picture of you or for you or anything in that aspect, nobody knows how to use it. Only you, because it's so customizable. Like this camera right here, if I needed someone to shoot a B-roll for me and they didn't have a camera, I can hand them this and they'll just shoot it just normally, just pressing the record button, everything's set up and they can shoot it. Everything is also on here, so it makes things a lot easier. They know where all the buttons are. It's the same in all Canon cameras. And yes, there are buttons on here that you can customize, which makes this also customizable, but it's just not that many buttons where we're just trying to figure out where the heck is the focus mode. At the end of the day, I'm not saying that Sony sucks. I'm just saying that for what I do, this camera is the perfect camera. If you guys shoot both videos and photos and you don't want to buy multiple cameras to do those things, then the Canon cameras line might be for you. Because the Sony a7S III and the Sony a7 IV is basically this camera, all in one. What can I say? This has everything. But no camera is perfect. This camera also has its flaws, like the 30-minute recording limit. And it does heat up. It doesn't feel like I'm gonna burn my hand heat up, but when I'm going on a shoot and I'm just shooting a bunch of photos, recording in 4K high quality is impossible. But I can still record in 4K. But yeah, there's a lot of things that this camera doesn't have that I think would be amazing on Sony camera. So even this camera is not perfect. So it was just a fun video to talk about because comparing the two top brand, Canon and Sony, is always a fun comparison. I love it. I love talking about it. So it was great chatting with you guys about it. So is this the perfect camera? For me, yeah, it's definitely the perfect camera. It could be the A1. And to be honest, that would be the only camera I'll switch to if I were to switch from Canon to Sony. Alright, you guys, my name is Andy, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you guys haven't already. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.